Guess what?
Tonight.
We're back. And
Better than ever.
2023 was a pretty good year for horror, I think. I mean, there were so many horror films that came out this year.
Great flicks.
But we tried to narrow it down to about 3, so you don't waste your time on all the ones that weren't all that great.
Yeah.
So we're going to give you those and maybe a couple honorable mentions.
Got 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit.
Welcome
to this episode. Oh, you gotta get the beer. Wouldn't be Bloody Brews without the brews.
Whoops. All right. Welcome
to this episode
of Blood and Brews.
Back, bitches!
All right, guys. Tonight's beer
is Severed Ties by Burning Barrel
Brewing
Company.
It's a West Coast IPA. It's 7% alcohol by volume,
and we're gonna just hit you with a few things real quick.
Its appearance golden, not really amber. I'd say golden. The aroma fruity and hoppy. The taste is bitter and hoppy.
Bitter and hoppy.
And the
we went
palate,
for hoppy and hoppy twice.
The palate is light-bodied, in my opinion.
Score
overall rating out of 5 would be a 2.5.
2.5.
I don't think that I would probably ever buy this beer again,
unless it was just somebody gave me some free beer. I was like, "Hey, you want to try some of this?"
It was decent. Not a huge fan of it. It gets the job done. It makes me feel a buzz, but
just don't buy it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Burning Barrel.
I think we're gonna stick to hazies.
I'm sure you got better beer, but this one just let us down.
Probably gonna cut you off right there, right as you're talking.
All
right, so coming in at number 3, Renfield. How could you not like and enjoy this movie? It's a fun, easygoing,
it's a good
comedic horror comedy.
Yeah, it's a good mixture.
It's hard to pass up on anything with Nicolas Cage in it these days because he's fucking amazing, in my opinion. I didn't like him when he did that Con Air movie.
I actually loved that movie.
Fucking hated that movie.
I actually loved that movie.
But this movie I love, and it comes in our number 3 spot on the gore scale.
I'd say this shit was Slaughterhouse, and a good example is why I love it.
Very bloody, very bloody. It was a lot of CGI blood, but still.
It was, but there's a part where this dude, Renfield, rips these guys' arms off, uses them as nunchucks, and then uses them as spears. It was just fucking awesome.
Yeah. So, what would your favorite line of the film be?
The one, drug dealer kid is he's like the crime family son or whatever. It's just like, Roddy, call my fucking mom.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
It was great.
That's a good line. I like that.
It was funny. It was
so, out of 5, we're gonna give this film a 5.
I gave it a 5.
You gave it a 5. 5 stars.
5 stars. It was good all around. It was enjoyable to watch the whole movie. Good story.
All right. So coming in at number 2 is Evil Dead Rise, and I know some of you have an issue with this movie because it doesn't trump the 2013 version. But what this film does have is good character building. It keeps you going from beginning to end. It's a decent roller coaster. And for me, seeing this in the theater, I honestly feel like it earned that top spot for sure. On the gore scale,
definitely earned a Slaughterhouse spot in there.
It was so bloody. We don't want to give a lot away, but I gave this movie about a 4.5. I want to say out of 5. I gave it a 4. He gave it a 4, but collectively,
it still fits into this slot because of the goriness.
Yeah.
I just went with a lower rating compared to Renfield because Renfield just all around was like a funny.
Yeah, for sure.
It ties it all in. This one I can kind of predict a little bit of what was happening with the movie, but like you said, the character building and
the creepy aspect of it, the fact that the mom went crazy and started going after the kids, and the kids weren't safe in this film.
They were not.
A lot of horror movies, the kids are kind of
off
safe.
Limits. Yeah, they're off limits.
Not in this one.
No.
So
it's fucked up. It was pretty fucked up. I let you in. Holy shit.
All right, so coming in at number 1 is Talk to Me. This one, I watched the trailer for it, and I'm like, oh, great, here's another stupid
Weird.
teenager horror flick that's gonna kind of like, I mean, I can already predict the whole thing. This one actually blew my freaking mind. I thought it was really good. It had a nice, fresh idea on, like, possession-style films.
And I like how you, like, at the end of the movie, it leaves you kind of hanging, but then it just basically perpetuates the whole scenario to the next degree. And then it just
caught me way off guard. I didn't expect that to happen from beginning to end. It was just like hitting me like, whoa.
Yeah.
I did not think that this movie was going to get me at all. Going into it, I honestly thought it was going to be,
I thought it was kind of lame and boring.
Just a shitty teen horror movie.
And the soundtrack was great.
Yeah, I thought the soundtrack was pretty good. On the gore scale, what are we giving it? I want to say it was, God, just a little bit of bloody. I want to say between bloody and savage. Because it had some scenes that were pretty, like, in your face.
It just wasn't over the top.
It definitely wasn't Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And it definitely wasn't bringing it like Renfield did.
But it was still where it needed to be for the level of this movie.
It made me cringe throughout parts of it, where I was like, like, what the hell is going on right now? And that's how a horror movie should affect you, in my opinion. Like, if it makes you, like, go, like, that's a good thing.
Where you're peeking.
Yeah, it was just, it had me doing that multiple times. So, definitely, if you haven't checked this out, it's our top movie for 2023. Talk to me.
Number 1.
Yes. 1.
Go. All right.
So,
fair.
I feel like I would be doing you guys
disservice
if I didn't mention these last couple films.
Movies,
one of which is The Last Voyage of the Demeter. I feel like this is an amazing film. It is drawn out a little bit, but it's from the Dracula storyline of him traveling on the Demeter and basically slaughtering everybody on the ship. The other film is going to be
When Evil Lurks.
That is a Shudder exclusive, and it was a really good, creepy-ass fucking movie that had some scenes in it that really gave me that same feeling that I was talking about earlier, where it was just like very cringy. The one thing that I would say, some of you that don't like where it's in a different language and you have to read the text at the bottom to see what they're saying.
Oh, subtitles?
Yeah, it is in subtitles. So that is one thing that my buddy Ryan didn't like about the film.
Yeah.
Because he's not a big fan of subtitles. Me, I actually would rather have it subtitled than have it dubbed, because I think that just makes it feel tacky.
I hate when it's like their lips don't match what is coming out.
It kills it for me.
It really does.
So
I would rather sit there and read and be like, I can't understand what they're saying.
Those are our top 3 for 2023. Thank you so much for watching.
We appreciate it.
Yes.
I'm glad to be back for at least one episode.
Yes, one episode. Ryan came back from Chicago to visit. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.
See you in like 6 months, bitches.